Tax authorities are not just watching your numbers, they are watching your story too. And the transfer pricing master file, that's the storybook. It tells them who you are as a multinational group, where your value comes from, and how your profits are shared across borders. And here's the catch. If that story doesn't make sense, or worse, if it is incomplete, your entire transfer pricing position could come under fire. And now, before we begin, and as we highlighted previously, that transfer pricing refers to the prices charged for goods, services, and intellectual property between companies within the same multinational group. And here tax authorities require these transactions to follow the arm's length principle, which means that they should be priced the same way as transactions between independent parties. And to ensure this, the OECD introduced a three-tiered documentation approach under BEPS Action 13, which includes the following. The master file, which is in brief a high-level overview of the multinational group's global transfer pricing policies. The local file, which is a detailed report focused on the specific intercompany transactions of a local entity. If you haven't seen our previous video, make sure to check it out. We went through the local file and why it is important, and it's a great setup for what we're diving into today. We will leave the link in the comments below. And finally, the country-by-country report, which is a breakdown of financial and tax-related data for each country in which the group operates. And in today's video, we're diving into one of the core elements of international tax compliance, the transfer pricing master file. Whether you're a tax professional, a business owner, or just curious about global tax rules, this is for you. Hello everyone and welcome to the Tax Gate. Hit the subscribe button and let's get started. So what is the master file? The transfer pricing master file is a high-level document that gives tax authorities a clear picture of how a multinational enterprise operates globally, how it earns profits, and how it sets prices for transactions between its related entities. It's designed to support the arm's length principle and prevent base erosion and profit shifting. Well, now let's talk about the key components of the master file. The master file contains 5 key sections as follows. The first section would include information on organizational structure covering the following. Legal and ownership chart of the multinational group. Geographical footprint of operations. Also, one of the key components is to provide a business overview including the following. A description of the business lines and key markets. Supply chains for major products and services. Key profit drivers and main competitors. The next section here would be covering the business intangibles. How the multinational enterprise develops, owns, and uses intangibles like trademarks or software. Locations of legal ownership and economic activities related to intangibles. Intercompany agreements for licensing or R&D. Also, one of the points that should be covered is the business financial activities covering the following. Intergroup financing arrangements. Transfer pricing policies for loans, guarantees, and treasury operations. And finally, financial and tax positions would be included covering the following. Consolidated financial statements of the group. Any existing advance pricing agreements with tax authorities. Many countries have adopted the OECD's master file requirements, especially for multinationals enterprises. Each country might have slight differences in format or local documentation rules, so keeping a globally consistent yet locally adaptable file is key. A well-prepared master file helps minimize audits risk, penalties, and double taxation. It also shows that your company is committed to transparency and compliance. And now just to recap, the master file is a group-level document, required for large multinationals enterprises, focused on global structure, business operations, intangibles, and financials. A critical part of modern transfer pricing compliance. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more content on international tax and transfer pricing. Comment below if you have any questions, or if you want us to cover a specific tax topic next time. Thanks for watching TaxGate, and see you in the next video.